Then, of course, we got education, so we're not going to get into that a lot. What we are going to get into that is trading is difficult. No matter what people tell you trading is easy, it's not. Because the biggest thing is whenever people tell me, hey Raja, you've done well in trading, we want to trade as well, I say no. Don't come into trading. If you want to lose hair, you want extra stress, you want anxiety, then for sure, come into trading. But the biggest thing is, trading requires a lot of discipline. Without discipline, you can't get anywhere. We have a lot of beautiful personalities here. Some of you guys run businesses. Some of you guys are in the top shape of your lives. The reason why is because you're disciplined in your business and you're disciplined in the gym. That's why you are where you are. But if you're not disciplined in trading, it's never going to work out for you. So, the number one reason why you start trading is because you want to make a lot of money, right? That's the only reason why we're here at the expo, to get some deals, to do some partnerships and whatnot. The next reason is that we want to retire our parents, right? And this whole stigma about trading is like, okay, we see someone on the Instagram or Facebook or Telegram makes a lot of money. We're like, okay, you know what? We want to get there as well. That's we're like, okay, let's start trading. Let's start Forex and maybe we're going to get there. And this is the biggest one why people lose. Because I know a lot of people who come into trading and they say, hey, we want to pay off our debts. Or we borrowed money from our friends and family, we invested in trading and we lost it. I know a lot of people are in that same position right now. You may not want to admit it, but you are in this same position that you borrowed money, you lost all those funds, and now you're like, oh, I still got to keep on trading. I still got to keep on trading, it's going to work. It's not going to work for you. Because now once you're in a negative hole, what's going to happen is you're going to continue to go down, but you've got to get disciplined, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. Next, you want financial freedom. That's the number one thing which will eventually work. I bankrolled all my projects from brokerage to Magic Keys to all my products only from trading. Made money from trading, started education, started a brokerage. So we're not going to talk about the brokerage either. We're at booth 172, but let's talk about a trading plan. I call this the $1 million trading plan because I have followed this trading plan. Some of my students have followed the trading plan. A lot of people I know from YouTube for free, they have also followed this trading plan and they've actually gone towards profitability. Now, there are a lot of things that we want to look in the trading plan, right? The number one thing you want to look in the trading plan is what time you should trade. In the beginning, when we start trading, someone tells us, hey man, listen, the market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. You can trade in the morning, evening, afternoon. You can go to the grocery store and look at the charts and trade. You can go to the gym and look at the charts and trade. You'll go out to dinner with your wife or husband. You're on your phone. You're like, okay, gold is going up. And you're like, okay, what do you want to eat? I don't know. I got to take a look at gold now. Why? So you got to choose what time you should trade. Next, what session are you going to trade? This is also the most important one because a lot of time people say, you know what, market's open all the time, so I'm going to trade the Asian session. Then I'm going to trade the, what's after Asian? London session. And then I'm going to trade the New York session, right? It's not going to work that way. Because, believe it or not, every session has its own personality, right? The market has different personalities. And you can judge personalities by different times. Just like I'm a morning person, right? So my personality in the morning is like, let's go. But my personality at nighttime is like, nah. Not let's go to sleep. Let's just chill out, right? So you gotta really understand this. Next we got, what time frame are you gonna trade? How many people here have taken a trade on a 30-minute time frame? Okay, perfect, 30-minute time frame. And then once in drawdown, you've removed your stops and said, oh, this is based off the daily now. It's a swing trade. I've done it. I've done it a lot of time. And I've lost a lot of money that way too. So because I didn't know what time frame should I focus on. Let's go over what currency pairs you should focus on. Don't trade all the currencies. No, you gotta choose one or two currency pairs because the whole idea is that you gotta be a master of one or two currency pairs. Because look at it this way, right? You're trading and someone says, oh, hey, like, you know what, this guy, Raja, like, you know, he trades gold, he's okay at gold. And let me ask him a question about USD CAD. I don't trade USD CAD. I'm going to say I don't know anything about USD CAD. You can ask me all the questions you want for gold, pound, yen. Awesome. USD CAD, no. Because I've only traded gold and pound yen, and that's what I say, like, you know, I'm very, very confident that I can make money in it. What's your trade management plan? And most of all, what risk management should you use? This one right here, this one is the most important one. And a lot of us, we don't have a risk management plan. The reason why is because when the price goes in drawdown, what happens? Do we close the position? No. Why are you shaking your head? No, we don't. But when price goes in profits, what do? We close it. We're like, oh shit, 5 pips, close. But drawdown, 40 pips, 50 pips, let it run. It may come back. It never comes back. You know? Alright, so patience. You gotta be very, very patient. Let's start off with what your life looks like, right? Now, when you're trying to choose what time frame you're going to trade or like what time you're going to dedicate to trading, you got to look at it this way. What time do you have free in your current life? Is it the morning time, afternoon time? Okay, let me just give you an example, right? For me, when I first started trading, my free time was in the morning. You know, so I was in Canada, so from 5 a.m. till 8 a.m., I had that block of time where I could do whatever I want. Go to the gym, work out, you know, like trade, whatever. After that, I was busy. I would go to my office, work, come back home, family time, sleep. So I chose morning time would work best for me. Now, when I had the morning time free, I started to look at, okay, in Canada, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., I'm like, okay, this is the time I have. What session falls in that time? I'm like, okay, there's pre-New York and New York Open. So I'm like, okay, I'm only going to focus on pre-New York and New York Open. That's all what I did. You know, I was very profitable with that. But then, you know, that whole thinking came in that, okay, you know, I'm profitable in this. Let me take a look at, you know, like afternoon time. Or let me take a look at evening time. When I'm spending time with my family, what happened in the evening? I would lose money. What happened in the afternoon? I'd lose money because I was distracted. Right? Morning time, I was profitable. Why? Because there were no distractions. It worked perfectly. So these times we have for the Dubai time. Dubai-based time, right? So this is, you can take picture, whatever, later on, but we have, when the market opens, you have pre-Asian session, right? And also you got to understand this, right? There's a lot of volume in the market, and volume comes in chunks, right? Not every time you're going to have volume, right? There's going to be consolidation, ranging, and stuff like that. So first time of volume is going to be pre-Asian session, 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Dubai time. Next you have the Asian Open. 3 a.m. Dubai time. Pre-London session is one of my favorite sessions to trade now. Because, oh, you too? Perfect. Because there's a lot of volume at pre-London. I trade this all the time now. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Dubai time. Pre-London. Next you have the London Open. 11 a.m. Dubai time. You got pre-New York, you got New York Open, NYC Open, and you got London Close. Now, these times here are not only that you should take a screenshot or take pictures or whatever. No. These times are here. So if you're in Dubai, you can take a look at this and you can say that, okay, what time out of all this do I have free in my life that I can look at trading, that I can look at the charts, or I can look at price action. So you got to choose two out of these, not all of them. That's a for sure way to fail. You just got to look at two. Just pick two and see, okay, you know what, maybe I got time in the evening. 6 p.m. to 7:30, I can dedicate my time to trading, and that's what I'm going to look at. London Close. All right, currency pairs. One, we talked about what time are you going to focus on, right? Now, you got your time that you're going to focus on. Second, you want to talk about which currency pair are you going to focus on, because a lot of guys, they choose the wrong currency pair to trade. So Asian session, you got Yen Open, Gold, Australian dollar, and New Zealand. If you're choosing Asian session, these are the currencies you can only focus on. You can't focus on pound in the Asian session because there's no volume, right? Same goes for London session. You got gold, Swiss franc, euro, pound. You got New York, the most volatile session right here, gold, CAD, euro, pound, and US dollar. right? These are the currencies you should be focusing on in these sessions. You cannot trade, let's say, Australian dollar yen in the New York session because those are closed, right? The banks are closed over there. And it makes no sense at all. I got guys messaging me, hey man, like I lost a lot of money trading Australian dollar yen in the London session. And I'm like, what? What? Because Australian bank is closed, Japanese bank is closed. Of course, there's going to be ranging market here, but if you're trading, let's say, pound USD in the London session, amazing, best. If you're trading gold in London session, New York session, Asian session, amazing. If you're trading, pound USD in New York session, amazing. Pound USD in London session, amazing. Pound USD in Asian session, amazing or not amazing? Louder. Not amazing, y'all are shy, okay, no problem. Okay, so we got what time you're going to trade. We got what currency pair you're going to trade. We got two done. Now we're creating a trading plan. What's your risk management? This is how I was in the first year of my trading. I remember, man, my first 2-3 months, I made great money, right? My first 2-3 months, I made great money, and then I said to myself, okay, Raja, you're making money, so now you got to learn about Fibonacci's. And now you're going to learn about EMAs and Bollinger Bands, and you got to learn these indicators. More knowledge, more money, right? Wrong. More knowledge, more depression right here. Because I started losing money. And I'm like, I'm learning more, but I'm still losing. What's happening over here? Because you got to look at it this way, right? The trading is very different from university and work. The more time you put in your work, your pay will go up. Sometimes not, right? But most of all, it goes up, right? University, you put more hours in university, your books, your grades go up. Trading, more knowledge means more losses. Trust me on that. So, what's your risk management is going to look like? Losing is really easy. We all can do that every day. We can lose, no problem. Winning is really, really hard. And I'm going to tell you this, right? My favorite way of managing risk is this. When I'm in a trade, right, and if trade goes negative, so I have my stop loss, obviously. I put my stop, who trades price action? Price action? Awesome, right? So we all know about the 30-minute candles. We all know about the 1-hour candles, right? Normally, I put my stops below the 1-hour candles, right? So if price goes in drawdown, and if I see that price is breaking the low of, let's say, a 30-minute candle, I close 50%. 50% close. Because I don't want to take the risk. Because the main idea is when I first started, guys said, hey, listen, you gotta focus on losing less and winning more. But initially I lost more, opposite. But then I realized that, okay, I have to close half as price goes in drawdown because, okay, this is very interesting. I'm a gazelle in the market, not the lion, right? A lot of people say, oh, I'm a dragon in the market. I'm a lion in the market. Guess what happens to lions in the jungle? They starve to death, right? Gazelles, rabbits, they're always running, eating, healthy. So whenever I see that price is going, okay, 90% of the time, when price goes in drawdown, don't we all know it's going to hit stop loss? Right? You have that intuition that, oh, I'm in drawdown, yeah, it's going to hit my stop. That's going to hit it. And then it hits the stop loss, right? You're like, oh, okay. Right? So I went through that time and I'm like, okay, whenever I feel it's going to hit my stop loss, I'm going to close 50%. Because my aim is not to lose 100% of my stop. My aim is to lose less than what I've planned on losing. Not the 100%. You got to lose less. So I always close 50%. Cut positions in half. Whenever I feel that my stop is going to get hit, I close 50%. And when price goes in profits, I make the full amount. But the aim is to close 50%. Another question is, hey man, I get really scared. Whenever I close a position, price just keeps on running. What should I do? Simple. Close 90% and let the rest run. That's it. Close 90%, let the rest run. Like a lot of us, we close the whole thing and then we're like, oh shit man, I knew it was going to go up there, I couldn't hold, what's wrong with me? Just close 90% and leave the rest run. It's a very simple strategy. Don't be afraid. So This is a screenshot of an account I built. Look at the losses right here, right? 1600. What loss size is that? 20 lot, right? We got $400 loss on a 20 lot. This one right here. Because I managed my risk. You gotta manage risk. You're not gonna manage risk, you're always gonna keep on losing. So winners are big, losses are small. Look at this. $23 loss on a 15 lot. Because I closed half. I'm a gazelle. I don't want to stay in to see if it's going to hit my stop loss or not. If I feel like there's danger, I'm running. You know, I'm not sticking around. I'm going to run. Right? So at the end, what I do want to say is I got 46 seconds. I had to really cram it in that we are all destined for greatness. You know, in the beginning, a lot of people told me, hey man, you're leaving your job, you're leaving your sales job to do trading. It's very risky. It's not going to work out. I'm like, listen, I know people are making money. You know, so I have to dream. We all have to be dreamers. If we're not going to dream, who's going to dream for us? No one's going to dream for us, right? But with also dream, you also need to be disciplined because a dream and discipline is a winning team. So hopefully you all took screenshots of the time to trade, the pair to trade. Risk management is a key factor. We have a booth for Dominion Markets at 172. I'd love if you guys could come on there. But my name is Raja Banks. Thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it.
All right, keep it going, everybody, for Mr. Raja. Thank you so much.